Hello and welcome to episode number 11 of The Amateur Pilot. About 3.5 years later. Yeah, it's been a while since I've done this, but I've all of a sudden got the urge to do it. I just want to do it. So that's what we're gonna try to do here. So basically, it has been so long, and most of you probably have never seen any of those other videos, older videos anyways. So here is it. Basically what we do here is we fly airplanes in Flight Simulator, in this case Flight Simulator X. I do have, side note, I do have Flight Simulator 2020, but I haven't played around with it a whole heck of a lot yet, and I don't know how good the performance is or recording and stuff on my current setup, so, but we might do an episode with that in the future. But anyways, what we do on the Amateur Pilot is we fly on Flight Simulator. We fly on Flight Simulator, and we fly completely manually. No autopilot, no auto throttle, no nothing like that. We just fly completely manual. And of course, I'm an amateur, very amateur. In fact, I don't even know if I qualify as being amateur. I'm probably a step below that, but in any case, I'm definitely not a professional, so, and that's the point here. Anyways, we're going to be flying a Cessna C-172 SP Skyhawk today out of Winnipeg International Airport. We'll be doing fair weather conditions, and we're going to be taking off from runway number 7, which in 2021 no longer exists. In fact, runway 7 was decommissioned quite a few years ago, but it was still active when Flight Simulator X came out. So, and runway 7 is going to be useful for my flight plan, which is to fly from Winnipeg International Airport to St. Andrews Airport, north of the city of Winnipeg. Now, I haven't done any practice for this, which is great considering I haven't, done an episode and really played Flight Simulator X that much in 3.5 years, give or take. I did do a couple of test videos to try and make sure things were working. Hopefully things will be working, but we'll see. But anyways, enough blabbering here. Let's just do it. So, like I said, we'll be flying out of Winnipeg International Airport towards St. Andrews Airport, and it's St. Andrews Airport, runway number 36. Oh yeah, I got my joystick here. I will extend my flaps here, zoom this out. Anyways, let's take off here. So we'll go up to about 70 knots and then lift off. Rotate, not quite at 70 knots, but it should be okay. Now we are. Start retracting the flaps. So in order to get to St. Andrews Airport, we need to make a left turn, which would gain more altitude. Like I said, I didn't really do much practice with this. At the very least, I did look up, where St. Andrews Airport is in relation to Winnipeg International Airport and plan out the runway and stuff, so I did do that at the very least, but yeah, otherwise I haven't done any practice. And of course I did say, and I did mention I did a couple of test videos to try and make sure things were working. One problem is that on both of them it sort of crapped out. the game sort of crapped out. Although on the second go I was able to get it back up and running again and it didn't crap out again, so that's and so far it hasn't crapped out, which is good. So yeah. And anyways, and going back to the whole premise of it flaps all the way back. And going back to the whole premise of the amateur pilot, so the idea is I fly planes completely manually with no autopilot, and I also do it in the virtual cockpit only. I do not go into like any of the other views, the standard cockpit, like 2D cockpit. I don't do outside views, none of that. Not when I'm doing the amateur pilot. And I also don't pause the game and go into like the map view. I forget what it's called, but it's like you can hit escape and pull the map and stuff. I don't do that either. Not when I'm flying, anyways. I'll do that after the flight, but not during it. Anyways, just flying alone here. That might be St. Andrews Airport distance. I'm not sure. Maybe I should have done some practice with this. At least do like one flight anyways. But just to figure out coordinates and stuff, or headings and stuff. But I didn't, so yeah, I'm thinking I should turn right here. If that is the airport. Yeah, I think I should turn right. Go down here. Point the nose down anyways. Just try to level out somewhere. Yeah, maybe I'll just try to level out here at 2,700 feet. Not doing a very good job at that, am I? But I guess I should go right a little bit more. I'll try to descend, maybe pull the throttle back a little bit here. So I'm not descending. Just a little bit here. Now I think I'll start turning left. I want to start putting flaps out. Not yet. I'll stick to my left here. Blind spot. I've created in my blind spot. There it is. Okay, there. Trying to figure out the configuration of the runway. Okay, I think I got it. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. Let's see here. And yeah, if you're curious about my setup here, well, I'm using an Asus laptop. It's a gaming laptop. It's an old one. It's from like 2014 or 2016 or something like that. But yeah, it's an Asus laptop with an external monitor connected to it, which is being used as the primary display. And both monitors, the laptop monitor and the external monitor, are 1080p. So the monitor is an HP Pavilion 23TM. It's a touchscreen monitor as well, although I don't have the, in order to use the touchscreen you need to have a USB cable connected, which I don't have connected. I have it connected to the monitor, but I don't have it connected to the computer. And then for lighting I'm using two smartphones, a Samsung Galaxy S7 and a Samsung Galaxy S9 to illuminate my face. Okay, I should definitely start getting flaps out now. So, and then the joystick I'm using is a Logitech Attack 3, which I was gifted many years ago. Get the flaps out some more. So, need to get a bit lower here. We're mostly lined up with the runway. We're a little bit too far to the right, I think, but pretty good. Flaps all the way if they aren't already. If they are, they're not sending any further. Go left a little bit here. Let's try to speed up a little bit. Or at least put the throttle up anyways, even if it doesn't speed us up. I'm still a little bit too high here though, according to the poppy lights. I'm too far to the right. I think I'm starting to get, yeah, that's actually maybe. Oh yeah, and also going back to my setup, I mean I should probably focus on landing, but going back to my setup, to record my face I'm using just my the laptop's webcam, and then the software I'm using is a version of OBS Studio, I believe. So yeah. Coming in here, doing good. I think we need to power up just a little bit. Still need to get over to the left a little bit, I think. Last minute adjustments here, we're getting too low. So the speed. Power, okay. Bring it in here. Ooh. Hold down at idle here. Watch our vertical speed. Okay, there we are. Might have been a little bit of a rough landing, but it was a safe one. And there we are, we're stopped at St. Andrews Airport. Shall we check out the instant replay? I think we should check out the instant replay. I'm looking at the wrong device. I was looking at my phone there instead of the webcam. Let's check out the instant replay. On in here. Looking good. Yeah, perhaps a bit of a rough landing, but and it wasn't on the center of the runway, but it was still a safe landing, I would say. Not a perfect one, but a safe one. We'll check out the other view. Do a side view here. I like to do a side view because you can see like the flare and like how good your flaring was and stuff, how high your nose was pointing up or not pointing up. Playing around with the speed and stuff a lot on approach, not to mention my alignment, but anyways, we're getting down to the ground, now over the runway, flaring, and we're on the ground. So anyways, if you like this return to the amateur pilot, or found it amusing or whatever, give it a like, maybe get subscribed, and perhaps we'll see you next time.